'Cause all of the waves, they keep chasing after me. Even though we are out of reach, I can feel the water on my feet. The things that you said to me, they will grow inside, they make believe. I am still dancing on the feelings that you gave me. I am still dancing on the feelings that you give me.
I know you're a monster.
good afternoon. Those Two Nerds podcast is live once again, episode 24. We are back at it again. I am Veer Coach, joined by the also handsome. Let you say it.
I'm Nictus. From Nictus Plays Games, among other ventures on the internet.
So we're going to kind of jump into it because we actually have some news this week.
Let's get into this shit today, all right?
Okay. Whoa.
Sorry, I'm at like an 11 today. Let's go.
Yeah, so we're going to kind of jump into it kind of quick off the rip, get everything going. A lot of stuff to talk about today, a lot of topics that we've been kind of holding in because, you know, us as nerds, we don't like spoilers, so we try not to spoil anything for anybody.
No.
So we got Star Wars to talk about, Pokemon expansions, Mandalorian we got to talk about as well. People liking The Witcher, tons of gaming news. You know, it's not going to be just a, hey, let's play games today. It's going to actually be...
I mean, honestly, no, we're not playing games today.
Unless we're playing rock, paper, scissors.
We're all about the business today.
Business today, all right.
Business as usual. And as always, if anyone has any questions or topics that they'd like us to cover, please submit them. We will talk about them to whatever extent or length that we can. Yeah. We try to stay on the nerdy subjects, the geeky subjects, you know, movies, comics, TV shows, video games. That's kind of our passion. But, you know, if you want to talk about something else, that's okay.
For sure. I was going to say, it can literally be a question about anything. If you're like, well, how do I even start streaming? Or like Twitch stuff, just basic things every day. Things like, oh, why can I not get a girlfriend? Well, probably because
you watch this show.
Actually, no, we're going to get you a girlfriend. This girlfriend...
You can't get a girlfriend because you come and watch this show every week. Unless you already have one, then you've been grandfathered into the world of girlfriends.
So, if any questions are totally welcome. Janet, thank you for the like, by the way. Shocker, welcome. Nomads Abel, which is the homie, the real one.
The homie G. How many hours now on Stardew, bro? Like... 60, 70, and you have not had that game nearly as long as I have had Pokemon, and I only have 75 hours in Pokemon. 60 hours! Bravo, sir. Bravo. You are an addict.
Yep. But welcome everybody to the channel if you guys are strolling in.
Hello, Shocker Shooters.
Shocker Shooters, yep. You
Shocker
can just call him Shocker.
Shocker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the way we think of Shocker.
Got it.
So, but we're gonna kind of jump into it. What have you been up to this week? What have you done from the last podcast to now? What is a few things you've been doing?
Ring Fit Adventure.
Ring Fit.
I can't. Okay, first of all, I cannot say enough good things about this because I am lazy. I am lazy as a lot of inserted bad words here, and this game has actually got me up off my butt. I'm moving around. I sleep better at night. I feel better. Do I feel like I've lost weight or no? I don't really think it's even about that. You know, they say that you should have some type of cardio or whatever in your life, and I feel like this is getting my heart rate up in a healthy, controlled way. No one is, judging me for whatever, and frankly, I don't really care if they would be. But this game has something for, I think, everybody of all fitness levels, and I watched Boogie doing it. And anything that because I don't know if anybody knows Boogie, but like he's a big dude.
Yeah,
he's lost a ton of weight, but he's still a big guy.
Yeah, Boogie. I think he said it. His max weight was like.
I think he's still 350.
He's cranking almost 350 range.
Or 400. Maybe.
No, he's under 400. He's like Boogie 2988. He was like 568 pounds or something like that at one point, and I mean just a great personal dude. Like he's into gaming nerdy stuff, kind of like we are, but.
He took something like kind of what we're doing, but he blew up, right? Like he's huge
for sure.
He's
Mr. Chuck. Yep, that's a good video.
I love that guy, right?
So
Vera Coach. Well, I almost called you whatever, but that's
you can call me Aaron. That's all
right. He brought him in. You know, he's like, hey, watch this guy's videos, and I watched. You know, is it Clarence?
Yeah.
With the videos and
Francis.
His
name's Francis.
And I was like, this guy's funny, so I started following him, and now I watch a lot of his videos. So I mean, this guy was doing it, and he said that one of the things that turned him off about Wii Fit was like that Wii Fit board. It had a weight limit of like 250 pounds or something like that. And he's like, I couldn't even do it. And I wanted to, but I couldn't because I'm just too big. He's like, in this thing, I can do. Now, there's some of the exercises that he physically can't do because he has a bad back and stuff, but he could still do a lot of them.
Yeah, over time, I mean, he's went from like 568. He's under 350 now, and he's trying to get like to 250. That's his like end goal. But like he says, like he's been doing Ring Fit. He says he loves the game. He can't get enough of it. But Trudy, thank you by the way for the comment on our shirts. He's wearing some like Psycho Killer like horror flick sweatshirt.
It's got pretty much every single horror icon probably ever. I look at it sometimes and I still find like a new one in there. But I mean, it's even got like the old like Universal ones like the Mummy, Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
And etc. So what games are on what, bro?
On probably the Ring Adventure, but
on the Ring Fit. Okay, so the game itself, as far as like how long is it going to take? They said that the average person, because there's like 2 people on a message board I thought that actually finished it. They said they have about 85 hours in the game. 85 hours. That's a ton. There is most of the time it's like light jogging, but the game itself is like an RPG. So if you are familiar with turn-based RPGs, that's kind of what it's like. And the beauty of it is that I haven't got burnt out on it yet. Because a lot of times you'll get a new game and you're like, oh man, I got to play this game nonstop. You put 40 or 50 hours in it and then you're like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm playing like 30 minutes a day of actual exercise time. Because it keeps track of that. So that's not game time. That's 30 minutes of actual exercise time. And then like, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. I feel like, all right, that's cool. I feel like I'm tired. I'm sweaty. I'll come back and I'll play it tomorrow.
Yeah. And like I said, this Ring Fit, I mean, for anybody that's just like maybe you're overweight and you're trying to lose some weight and you're kind of like, man, I don't really want to go to the gym because some people are self-conscious about that. So this is a perfect way. I
like it so much that I kind of almost want to give it to everybody. I can't. I don't have the money for that.
Yeah.
But I may end up trying to do something with like a giveaway or something on it because I would like to see people try it.
Yeah.
You have to have a Switch to do it, obviously, and I mean it's not going to rip you, it's not going to shred you, you're not going to look like
not going to be jacked.
You're not going to go and star in the next Marvel movie, you're not going to wear spandex and stuff. But I think if it gets you up and it gets you moving, gets you motivated to maybe, I don't know, go on a walk one day or whatever, that's great. And I think if you try it, because I have now, I've done it for a week, and like I said, I feel better, I sleep better. If you're even like a little bit curious about it, I think you should get it.
Yep.
I think you should get it. You should try it. And I mean, worst case scenario, if you don't like it, this thing's actually like in scarce supply right now. Someone else will buy it off of you, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's a great way to get up and get active. And I was gonna say, just from what you said about it, it made me almost want to go out and buy it. But I think I'll just try yours. But it's a great little thing, and I mean what Switch has done with this game itself is amazing, and I think in the future this will kind of see, I think you'll see more like at home gyms, because like Wii Fit was like the first one to do it.
Well, and
game wise,
and Nintendo has this like, okay, because they make games, all right, and games you sit on your butt.
Yeah,
it's just the way that it is, and.
You're popular.
It's actually your dad. He must not be aware of the time.
Yeah,
because I am on the show right now. But I think that anything that gets you up and moving, that's why I'm such a big fan of games like Dance Dance Revolution, which I'm not good at. I like games like Beat Saber, but a lot of times those games are very rhythm-based games, and maybe you're not coordinated enough to do these, but this thing's going to get you squatting, this thing is going to get you doing mountain climbing, which I'm almost physically unable to do because I'm just not flexible enough. It's got arm exercises, ab exercises. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything, and if you are terribly out of shape, don't worry about it. Like, tell it that you are out of shape, and it will try and like slowly guide you into getting where you need to be. I think right now I'm playing on level almost, I think I'm at 10 now, and I started at like 1, but 1 was laughable. I mean, unless you really, if you have no physical ability at all, I think 1 would give you some challenge. Or maybe you're like horribly overweight. I'm not, so I definitely can do a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I've slowly moved up, and like today, like at 10, I was like, this was kind of a little harder than it was the last couple of days.
Yeah.
But do your pace, and I found that the support for this game on like Reddit and stuff is amazing. There's a whole community out there that they talk about it. They're excited about it.
So.
And I think that that's good. And no one's like, oh, well, you only do it on level 15 or you only do it on 20, then you suck.
Yeah.
No, like I said, it's for everyone's fitness level, and the max level is 30. And the guys that said that they were playing it at like 25, they said it kicked the crap out of them.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I mean, that's kind of what I love about the game itself. Like just hearing about it, kind of learning a little bit about it just from you and like other people on Reddit and stuff is like how much the game rewards you for being active, and like you actually feel good after you're done playing. You're like, okay, man, I had a good workout today.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, all right.
And I didn't even have to go to the gym.
I
just
didn't have
worked
to
out
leave.
from home.
It's
Yeah.
cold outside. It sucks. I don't want to drive.
But it's not like the bike commercial that everybody
No.
gave hate for, because she's already skinny, so she just wanted a bike.
And that's the thing is a lot of times people think that these types of products are going to appeal to the person who's already in shape.
And like,
And honestly, that's not who they're selling it to. It's great if they buy it and they get something out of it. But if you don't believe me, go on the internet, go look on YouTube. There's a ton of reviews on it where like personal trainers and stuff have gone on there and said, yeah, like there's some value in this. Like I said, it's not going to replace. You're not, like I said, you're not going to get shredded. You're not gonna be ripped. You want weight training and stuff for that. This is just overall basic fitness.
I was gonna say it's a good start if you're kind of like, man, I just want to drop a little pounds, or maybe just get a little bit more active in my daily lifestyle before maybe I sign up for a gym membership or anything like that. You at least have a good base to start off
I think this is even something that you could sub if you already have a gym membership.
Yeah.
Maybe you go to that
3 days a week,
2 or 3 days a week, and you're like, you know what, that's just not enough. I'd like to do more, but it's kind of out of the way, or it sucks, or maybe I don't want to do the whole routine. This will give you something that you can do in between.
All right.
Well, so Ring Fit Adventure. That's been my thing.
We gave you so much time. Now how am I supposed to tell people about my life?
Well,
And guys,
I've been doing other shit too. All right, I've been playing Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep.
I'm terrible at that. I streamed that a little bit last night while you were doing Fortnite, which I actually had your stream up last night.
I appreciate
for a
you.
while.
I know you came in and said hello, and that always warms my heart.
I like to listen.
Yeah,
to your streams.
Just like to listen. It's very soothing. ASMR stream.
Well, out of all the games you play, you are the most verbal when you play that.
Oh, I'm into
far.
it.
Like you're in it.
I love talking to just random people. I meet some of the coolest people, like kind of people. And what's so nice about it is like people remember me from the game because I'm just so active. But like Shocker right here, Shocker's like an old follower, so like he's been here for a while, and he was like, hey man, we haven't played Fortnite in a while. I actually like met up with him yesterday. I met a new person named D4. He was
I saw you playing with
him last night. He was awesome. Like just a random dude I met in the lobby, like one of the coolest dudes ever, and like he was like, dude, I want to support your channel and all that stuff, and like all that stuff. So
yeah, everybody I heard last night sounded super chill.
And what I love about it is like anybody that streams or knows anything about streaming, you understand that having no viewers or not an active chat is like the worst thing. That's like double combo.
It's hard.
It's the fatality.
It's really hard
Because you sit there and you're like, well, nobody's chatting, so if I turn off this stream, nobody's gonna care.
No one cares that I'm gone.
Yeah. So, and that's the toughest part that I give every new person is that you have to get past the barrier, because it doesn't matter if you're lowest on the totem pole to the top. When you see the numbers fluctuate, I mean, don't think that like a Tim the Tatman that has 30K viewers on average, one day he drops down to 20K, he's not shaking a little bit because he's like, well, what am I doing wrong? And you start to like, man, do I really suck this bad?
There are a lot of factors, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing sometimes that we forget, and it's much like television, right?
Yeah.
You don't always have time to watch television.
Yeah.
Because you have other things going on, or maybe you have stuff going, and like people maybe they just can't make it that week. It's not that they don't want to. It has nothing to do with the content that you're providing or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas you play like the same couple of games. Like those are your jam. That's what you get into. And me, I like to play a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of different responses based on what I'm playing. Like I've had guys that will sit and watch the entire 2 or 3 hours that I'm on, talk the whole time, and it's just me and that one guy, or me and this other guy, or a couple of guys.
But it makes the stream go 10 times faster.
It goes 1,000 times faster. And I've also had times where I've played a game and I've had 5 or 6 people pop in and
never say a word.
They talked a little bit, and it was fun. And I've also had streams where I'm the only person watching it.
Yeah, the activity is always important. Like I always recommend to everybody, like if you're watching something, even if you don't watch it with the sound on,
Say hi.
say hi. Always say hi.
Anything.
Say hi.
Say I'm here. Say
Yeah.
you suck.
Yep.
Say you're awesome. Say hey. Did you know that there is a power up behind that barrel back
Yeah.
there? You know anything.
But let's I'm gonna, before I finish up like what I was doing for the week. Shocker said you guys should spin a wheel, and it gives you a topic to talk about. You should put stuff on there that you know about on the wheel. That'd be kind of cool, like a little different thing. But another thing that he said is you inspired me to be more nice. So thank you for that, and you're a very proud person. Well, I appreciate that.
Thanks for the like, Jason.
All right,
Hey, it's Sean. What's up, Sean?
Sean. Yep.
Everybody's
Troll, what's up?
Everybody rolling in. What's up, Troll?
Yeah. So Troll is D4.
Okay.
So D4, welcome back.
Yeah, I saw you guys playing last night.
So, see, look at me.
Follow interactions.
Hey,
Look at that. Thank you.
You guys are all
You
getting
ain't
better.
even got to talk the whole time. Just let us know that you're here. That's it.
Yeah,
You know, it's nice.
you guys are getting better at like getting on time. You know, because I know we have struggles with that. But
yeah, we have
so-
some struggles. But
but,
today it was like we need some spicy nugs, or we didn't get spicy. We got regular nugs. And
nuggets, guys, nuggets.
Nugs.
Not nugs. Not nugs and drugs.
No, nugs like from Wendy's.
Nuggets, nugs. Okay, just making sure.
Nugs.
Make sure.
Nuggets.
Yeah, make sure.
So yeah, I said, hey bro, do you want to go get some nuggets? And he's like, I'm in. So I'm cool.
Yeah, but guys, seriously, if you guys are streaming and stuff, I appreciate you guys for being active. But I've been pretty busy with Fortnite. This is the first week back into full-time streaming. Since the last time I did full-time streaming was like almost 2 summers ago. So I appreciate you guys coming in. And Fortnite's been the killer, man. It's tough to play any other game because like how active I can be and how active the chat is. And just after like every stream, I'm just like absolutely like cracked out of my mind, hitting microphones like I am now. Like it's just so much fun meeting all the people. Like Troll, Shock, even more people that have came in say what's up. Fortnite always ceases to amaze me on how amazing the community is as far as just like support. You could be the worst Fortnite player, but if you're the most entertaining Fortnite player, people come back and watch.
I don't even think you have to be the most entertaining.
Yeah.
I think that you just have to. I think that you just have to play the game and look like you're having fun.
Oh, I
think if you're having fun, other people are going to have fun too. And you know,
sure.
Another thing that makes your stream more bearable to watch than some others is, one, you're not huge, which is not a bad thing. You don't have 40,000 people watching you.
Yeah.
But you have people that will pop in like, hey man, can I play with you? You're like, absolutely, let's play some games.
Get in here. Let's go. Let's do some
And
1v1s.
I try to do that on my stuff too. You know, if I'm playing a game that's multiplayer and somebody else has it and they want to jump in, absolutely jump in. Let's play. You know.
Yeah. But for sure, Sean, we'll have to play Fortnite sometime. Be sure to check me out. I'll give you my Fortnite.
He has. I downloaded it on
cranking 90s out here. Just
I downloaded it on my Switch. I played it once. I finished third, and I go, I don't really understand the appeal of the game, and that was it for me. So that was the extent of my Fortnite knowledge. But I do understand why people like it. It's just not for me.
Yeah, but I'll have to play with everybody. But guys, you guys are seriously awesome, and you guys, especially like podcast wise, we say this almost every week, like how amazed
This is the
we are.
most popular thing that we do.
Oh, for
like
sure.
individually we are weak, but together we are strong.
Together we are strong. We're supposed to bring balance to the force. But yeah, no. So just being back into full-time streaming has been the plan for the week, and you guys always shock us because I'll put it this way: when you guys are active like this, it makes us want to not ever turn this podcast off.
No, it makes us just want to keep talking until tomorrow,
and maybe even longer.
My schedule is coming up soon. Your schedule is a little hectic.
He gives me so much flack
It's like
for it.
way too much. Like I couldn't do that. That's not for me.
I'm the face of Twitch.
I can't go like that so many days in a row because I do like to play so many different things. I definitely couldn't play the same game every day.
I could.
It's,
Especially Fortnite, running random duos, wins equal giveaways, twitch.tv/VRCoach.
So-
I give everybody the rundown. I have a full-on
ad
promo.
I've watched your stream, bro.
Ad promo. It sounds so fluid. I've gotten so good at it. But guys, I have a special thing, by the way, because I ordered something last night. Nobody knows what it is besides Abel. Abel probably knows. It is on the way today. It said arriving by 9. So hopefully it's there by like 7. That way I can set it up and have something cool for the stream for you guys. So, but I appreciate it. We got a highlighted message because Twitch has now changed a lot of things. So you get viewership now you get viewer points on Twitch
Yeah,
So for like
I saw
for
that.
like
I
bigger
have
streamers,
I have a bunch of
you
points.
get these highlights on your thing. It doesn't show up on here.
Yeah.
Fortnite is a fun game. I really made some good friends like Veer Coach, so thank you for having an awesome community on Fortnite. Man, this guy's just gassing me up, man.
I
This
mean,
premium gas.
like I said, I get it. I know why you guys like it. I'm not hating on the game. It's not for me.
Yeah. Hungry.
Just like what's another game that's real popular? League of Legends. Like I don't. That's
Dude, how is okay? Be
that game's
honest.
just like not for me.
This dude's never played League in his life. Oh, you played it maybe once.
I've watched. Okay, I've
you
watched
watched me.
you guys play it, and I've watched you guys rage over it, and I've watched people on the internet rage over it, and I don't want to play anything that's going to piss me off so much that I want to punch my monitor.
Yeah.
I just don't.
But coming from a guy that doesn't play League, I showed you the cinematic for the
No,
season.
it looked
for
good.
the
I'm actually
season
looking.
trailer.
I'm looking forward to their games that are not League,
Yeah.
that are just set in the universe. Like
Well,
I thought those looked pretty cool.
Legends of Runeterra.
They're kind of single player, right?
Yeah, so you have Legends of Runeterra, then you have it's basically stealing from Dota Auto Chess, which uses champions in the game to like upgrade, move up, and stuff like that.
he said that the face of Twitch has a porn stash.
But no, it's
We love that guy.
it's a lot of cool stuff that they're adding in the game between not just League, but they're making an anime. And I showed you the video trailer for the promo to rank season starting, and it's beautifully done. I mean,
The cinematic looks great.
yeah,
I'm not denying that. At least it looked interesting.
he's not gonna play it though, so it's all good.
No, because I feel like when you come in a game that's been out for that long,
Yeah.
and you know nothing about it, I'm gonna lose a lot, and it's gonna just make me angry, and I'm not gonna want to play anymore.
Yeah. So I was gonna say League's doing really well.
I tell you what, I'll download it and I'll try it,
Okay.
and if after I play a dozen games, I feel like I hate it still. A dozen's enough to
But-
see. I'm not saying I gotta win any. I'm just saying a dozen games.
But I want to. I think, in my personal opinion, League is a very overwhelming game. It's
So I need more than a dozen games?
no.
It
So
takes you guys like 2 hours to play one game. I'm
it
saying
doesn't
I'm
take
going to
2 hours. It
commit
takes
like
30 minutes.
a whole day of playing, like
It takes
whole day. out of
it
my
takes
life.
30 minutes. What I was going to tell you is like the overall like how to get from point A to point B. Like there's a little bit of information that it helps if you know before going into the game, because some people like the tutorial, in my opinion, doesn't really fully tell you like this is how you become OP.
No, I played that one game that Blizzard put out for a little while. Are they still doing
Heroes
that
of the
game?
Storm.
Is that still out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I played that
It's just
one
not
a
very
little
big,
bit.
So
Because I liked the characters, because I knew a lot of the characters.
yeah, so it's like I said, it's if you know a little bit of knowledge about the game, it helps.
And Magic is doing a game like that. Well, it's gonna be like a mix between that and what's the card game you guys play? The Clash Royale.
Clash Royale.
It's gonna be like those.
Yeah.
And it looks cool, but I don't know, man. Like I'm not sure what's going on with the Magic stuff right now as far as what they're doing. We're gonna go a little off topic for a second, but the collector series boxes. You remember I was telling you about the collector series boxes?
Yeah.
Prices right now on the new ones from Theros have tanked.
Oh.
Tanked. The set's not even out yet, and they've tanked. Like they're selling right now for like $212 a box, and the last ones went for like $400 plus.
Yeah.
So tanked. By the way, it cost the shops about $200 to buy a box of one of those. Like,
You hate to see it.
no, I feel like it's going to be Iconic Masters all over again, and there was a lot of stores that went out of business because of Iconic Masters because it sucked.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all of my complaining about that. I did see some gameplay of Magic Legends though, and it looks cool. It looks kind of like Diablo.
I'm fine with it. Like I said, I like how everybody's kind of dipping into it. I like that Path of Exile is like on the rise. Games like Escape.
They got a mobile version coming out.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Yeah, Escape from Tarkov looks great. Like everybody's loving that game right now. Like that's the game on Twitch. You really can't go wrong. Everybody's spamming emotes in my chat, so
Yeah,
I appreciate
they
it.
love you. So we got a question. How did we like The Rise of Skywalker?
Okay.
I'll let you answer this one first.
Okay. So we've been waiting 2 weeks for this. So if you are a person that has not seen this yet, spoilers will be said to the people. Okay, we've held this in for this long,
It's been like 3 weeks, guys.
and we're tired of waiting. So if you watch this podcast, you consider yourself a nerd enthusiast. So viewer discretion is advised.
This we need a little thing that pops up. It's like spoiler alert, and then we
Just
can
like
turn-
an alarm.
Then we can turn it off when. It's
gotta sound like DEF CON 5,
I don't think I have anything. So I'm gonna stay less spoilery probably than you are, but go ahead.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to cut me off. I thought you were going to be like, all right, Star Wars. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to give our summary. Okay. Then we're going to discuss this right now. Summary, then rate, and then bash each other for their bad opinion.
Okay. So, without being spoilery, how did you feel about... Yeah, his chat did not come through.
That's weird.
It's okay. How did you feel about the new movie? Did you like it overall, or did you dislike it?
So after sitting on it for about 3 weeks, it's kind of marinated. And it kind of marinated. And, like, let it sink in. Like, okay, this is the end. How did I feel about this? And I'm not mad about it. I'm really not. I think that the movie's direction, it was good. It closed a lot of key points in the movies from the past. How everything got to where it came, like where, from beginning to end. It was a good end to the trilogy. Did I think some questions were unanswered with maybe a person like Rey? We'll just say Rey. We're not going to spoil anything. Yeah. I mean, but then Kylo, the whole force teleportation, telekinetic, like, stuff that's going on between Rey and Kylo throughout the movie, I thought was a little weird. And then after seeing I Need a Hero with Kylo Ren, and, like, I guess that's a challenge now, by the way, the Kylo Ren challenge. So, like, people, like, reenact when he pulls the lightsaber behind his back. Spoiler. And
that's actually not too bad.
And he gives, like, a shrug. He gives, like, this shrug, and I guess that's a challenge now. So, like, people are doing the Kylo Ren challenge.
Okay, so that was your opinion. How do you feel about the entire trilogy overall? Did you enjoy the entire trilogy, or did you dislike the entire trilogy? Was it kind of like, yeah, I'm really glad that they did it because I really like some of the characters, or like, man, I could have went the rest of my life and not ever seen that?
I probably could have went the rest of my life with Leia not forcing her way, like, blown up ship. Oh my god, I'm floating out in space, forced back into the ship. Like, no, that was stupid. Honestly, when that happened, I lost a lot of respect for the movie.
So your gripes mostly stem from the second installment.
Yes, it's so bad. But do I think that these movies needed to happen? Yes, I do. Because you couldn't just end it like that, like, oh, Darth Vader sacrifices himself to Palpatine. Yay, movie over. No, you gotta, like, Palpatine's stronger than that, come on. And no spoilers, but he's alive.
We knew that going into the movie.
So, but
it says it right in the rolling text of the movie. By the way, Palpatine's still alive in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, so
they don't do a very good job of explaining why that is, but they use a lot of words that don't mean anything.
Yeah,
and it's very vague.
Yeah,
and spooky.
So, but I think that overall the movies needed to happen. I have mixed feelings about them. Some parts I did not like. But I would say overall I liked the movies, and just as a whole. And I like what they did with the Rey character. I like what they did with Finn. I liked it so much
Was there any characters that you felt when The Force Awakens came out that you disliked, that you enjoyed and appreciated more as a character by the end of Rise of the Skywalker?
I'm just glad what they did with everything. So it didn't feel so like Jedi, 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 Jedi. Let's just pound that into your brain. It felt like these part of the rebellion and all that stuff was so important. Like,
yeah,
you had Poe, you had Finn, you had Leia, you had obviously Chewie, C-3PO, and all of them. Like, it made those characters stand out even more than what they already did in the past movies. And then you throw in Rey, you throw in Kylo. But then you throw in these, like, the whole droids and all that stuff, and how they're doing stormtroopers now, and just, like, that whole Imperial fleet coming in, just, like, basically, like, doing some, like, barbaric stuff, like going in and just ransacking towns, just looking around. So I think they did a really good job. I would say that I really like Poe. I mean, I didn't dislike him when Force Awakens and all that stuff. Poe was awesome. Finn was awesome. I just like what they did with the side characters.
Out of the new trilogy, who would you say is your favorite character?
All right, most improved character?
No, I mean just your absolute favorite character from the new trilogy. That didn't exist in the old trilogy. Who's your... Who was your favorite new character?
Oh my god, BB-8 or whatever.
Yeah, I think BB-8 was pretty sweet.
I'm in between. Like, so I like the dude from Rise of Skywalker, the little light guy that was fixing up C-3PO, the little munchkin little dude. I thought that guy was cool. But I kind of like the motivational person that gave Rey the lightsaber. I can't remember her name. She had like the little bug eyes.
Maz.
Yeah.
I can't remember her last name. I think
So,
it was Maz.
It was that chick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say like those are like my top 3.
So, I guess to me, so the new movie, the stuff that it did well, it did really well. Like the action sequences were really good. The lightsaber fights were really good. Visually, it looked fantastic. I mean, it looked just as good as anything that they've ever put out. But it just seems like they had a whole lot of ideas and they never really made fruit. Like they planted a bunch of fruit-bearing trees and none of them actually gave fruit. So a lot like what Sean's saying there is that the plot was kind of all over the place, and I agree with that. There was so much that they kind of like crammed into this movie. I almost feel like they could have made 2 different movies and extended the stories a little bit on each. But then you're basically saying that everything in the Last Jedi didn't happen, and honestly, most Star Wars fans would be okay with that. The real Star Wars fans, anyway. I'm on the boat that I was fine with The Last Jedi, but I don't feel that they should have used The Rise of Skywalker to try to go through and retcon everything that the fans didn't like in The Last Jedi, because honestly, they're the minority.
Oh yeah.
Most people really liked The Last Jedi.
I didn't think Last Jedi was that bad.
There were parts of The Last Jedi I just really didn't like.
A cheesy and
I'm even fine with Leia floating through space. I'm totally all right with that. She has the Force, so I'm fine with that. We don't know the extent of her Force abilities, but she's a Skywalker, so you know she has the Force.
Yeah, but then the hour and a half of chasing a ship around the map. Like,
Thank you. The main plot point of The Last Jedi was that them chasing this ship and just waiting for them to run out of fuel. That's dumb. That is some of the dumbest, laziest fucking writing I've ever seen in anything.
Yeah.
That's like, all right, we're gonna chase this car until he runs out of gas. No, they set up barricades and shit. I mean, they got these big ass Star Destroyers that are from the First Order. They all have hyperdrive. You're telling me they couldn't cut these motherfuckers off at the pass and blockade them off? Bullshit, they couldn't.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting a little bit. But other than that, it was fine.
It was great.
It was fine. I thought that was dumb. The whole casino thing, and like, I'm a Benicio del Toro fan. I think he's a great actor. I think he's been in a lot of stuff that I really enjoyed. I felt that was a completely unnecessary plot point that had to continue on with the other stupid plot point that they set up with them running out of fuel.
Yep.
So
tell us how you really feel.
That was pretty much how I really feel about it.
I promise you, he's not butthurt about this.
But I still overall I liked it.
Yep.
This is coming from a diehard fan. Like, I've watched The Last Jedi a couple of times since I bought it. I went to the theater and saw it once or twice. I don't remember if I saw it twice. I probably did. And then I had to kind of sink in, because I know also that when, like, Luke says it in the one of the very first things he says in the movie, this is not going to turn out the way that you expect it to. Yeah. And that's fine. I just did not share Rian Johnson's vision of Star Wars. I feel that the foundation that J.J. Abrams set, it was almost like this guy aimed to undo everything that he wanted to do for the sake of being edgy or whatever. So, fuck that guy. Yeah. But he's a good director. That movie Knives Out.
Yeah.
I have not personally seen it, but I've heard nothing but really good things about it, and it looks good. It's got a lot of really big actors in it and stuff. I just think that he should have left Star Wars alone.
Yep.
I think they should have just stuck with JJ's vision or whatever, and that's fine. Yeah. That being said, I didn't dislike the trilogy overall. I thought that the Kylo storyline was pretty good. I didn't like that. A lot of my problems come from The Last Jedi, not The Rise of Skywalker, because I feel like it kind of makes some of the stuff that happened in the previous trilogies obsolete. It makes their sacrifices seem not as important, not as vital. I mean, all right, so if the whole point for Vader to sacrifice himself to save Luke, to turn back to the light side, is to, kill Palpatine, but then Palpatine doesn't die, that's like a big fuck you, Vader. That's like a big middle finger to Vader. Like, his sacrifice didn't mean shit.
Yeah, Anakin.
He's still alive.
all I gotta say is Palpatine probably had the high ground.
And don't get me wrong, I think Palpatine as a villain is great.
Yeah.
I thought that his scenes in The Last Jedi were good. It's still Ian McDiarmid doing what he does, which he's been doing for a long time. But no, overall, I thought it was fine. But again, I just thought there was just too much stuff going on. But the stuff that it did well. And I enjoyed it more than The Last Jedi, which I liked. I'm not bashing the movie. It was not what I would have done, but that's why I don't get paid the big bucks. That's why I'm on this show where I make nothing.
$0.
$0.
But-
So yeah, overall, I thought the trilogy was okay. Honestly, I prefer the prequel trilogy or the sequel trilogy or the prequel trilogy.
There we go.
And I'm gonna go on the record now and say that George Lucas may have CGI'd the shit out of that series of movies, and Hayden Christensen can't act out of a paper bag. But I tell you, the story made sense. Even if it was dumb, it still made sense. Even if it was cheesy, it still had a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it told a story.
So a lot of fan complaints about the first last 2 or 3 movies with obviously like Anakin starting to become Sith and stuff like that, and Obi-Wan trying to stop him, and the whole thing about it was everybody complained that the movies were too choreographed. Okay,
They were.
so
They even said it in the behind the scenes.
I
that,
heard a great thing about it.
Liam Neeson, right?
Yeah.
They said that most of the guys on set only knew like 4 lightsaber moves or whatever, but Liam Neeson had trained on Rob Roy, so he actually knew how to use a sword. So he was actually dangerous. He was doing stuff that they didn't know how to, and like if they were based on their skill alone, Liam Neeson would have killed everybody.
Yeah. So they said they were too choreographed, all this stuff. Now hear me out here. So in the last fight, you know how they're like flipping all their lightsabers around like that, and like going at it. Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. It actually like blew my mind. It made me appreciate the movies maybe a little bit more. Is that Rey and like Kylo, pretty new Jedis. Kylo had a lot of rage. That's why his lightsaber was jagged. I don't know if you saw that in the movie. His lightsaber's jagged.
It's because of the way that he built his blade.
Yep, because he's rageful.
Well, it's because of the cross blade itself. It causes the blade to separate.
Yeah.
They talk about it in one of the novels, and they talk about it in the comic book.
Yeah. So like Luke, minimal training, tried to just be a Jedi, but Anakin and Obi-Wan been trained together for almost 13 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So like they know each other's moves in and out. So like them fighting there right in episode 3, that needed to be choreographed the way it was because they know each other move by move.
Okay. He's been hanging out with that dude since he was a little kid.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So like,
And I agree with you, 100%.
People like that complain about it being too choreographed. Think about it this way: if you were with your master every day of your life, and you train together, like it'd be like training in kung fu, and you're training master pupil, and you fight every day. You spar with your trainer. You think one day that you would take on the trainer, and you would know each other's moves in and out.
I actually think that I want to say that it's Yoda that does a lot of the lightsaber training on the young Jedi.
Yeah, besides when Anakin killed them all.
Yeah, up to that point.
Spoiler.
What was the history of Kylo and Vader? So Kylo is Darth Vader's grandson. He's the child of Leia and Han Solo, and he had dark side manipulation, which you find out later has actually been Palpatine the whole time, kind of basically clouding his mind with this stuff, and for whatever reason he decided that he wanted to follow in Vader's footsteps to become, because by all definitions Vader was one of the most powerful Force users ever.
Yeah.
So, and that's a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
Who trained Yoda? Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I would have to look.
I'd have to look and see who his master was. I don't know, but Yoda's been alive for 900 years by the time Return of the Jedi comes around. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
He could have even been one like the first people that found it on Coruscant.
And I know you said that he's the strongest Force user, but did you see Rey pull that ship down like that? Like, whatcha?
Well, that's because of Palpatine.
Yeah.
You got to remember that even though Palpatine, as powerful as he is, Palpatine knew his power.
I don't think Palpatine knows how to use a lightsaber.
He does.
I think he's lying.
No. See, that you need to go watch the Clone Wars.
He's all electric shock.
He actually he thinks that lightsabers are barbaric, and he tries to kill you with the Force.
I am the shit.
So, I mean, but no, he actually used, in the Clone Wars cartoon, he actually used 2 lightsabers to duel most of the time.
Good Anakin. Kill him.
So, no, but that's just it. I think that Palpatine knew his power, right?
Yeah.
But he was still afraid of Anakin. That's why he always kept him on a leash. He never let him grow to his full potential, even though he and Yoda both agreed that one day he might be more powerful than all of them.
It's like if your mom and dad still put the leash book bag on you
Yeah.
when you go to Disney World
Yeah.
as a 40-year-old
Yeah,
and said, you can't go that far.
yeah,
When Rey did Force Lightning, it scared me.
yeah.
I'll be honest
I
with
think
you.
it kind of scared everybody, but it was predictable.
The best nerd moment was seeing the trailer when like Rey dropped the dual lightsaber like action. Like everybody's like, "Oh, Rey's dark side." No.
I mean, we all know. Anyone who's a Star Wars person knows that's a vision or whatever. But overall, I liked it. But I tell you, I've been rewatching the Clone Wars again, and the Clone Wars cartoon actually makes the prequel trilogy better. It makes you appreciate Anakin's character more, and it makes you appreciate that there was characters that they introduced in that I'd love to see movies or TV shows about, like Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
I think she's probably one of the most favorite fan characters ever made. And for those who don't know, that's where they actually go into depths about the Darksaber, which is in, by the way, another spoiler alert, The Mandalorian. You could see that in the last episode if you haven't seen that already. Sorry, it's on Disney Plus. They don't really do much with it. They just show that it exists. So,
Yep.
And it's like the last couple of seconds of the show.
Yeah, and I will say this, like, kind of transitioning from Star Wars to Mandalorian Star Wars. It's awesome. Mandalorian's final episode, last 2 episodes were great. I mean, I would say this much: every episode was amazing.
Even their slowest episode, which I thought was the episode with the AT-ST Walker. I thought that leading up to it, like the end part was really good with the fighting and stuff, but the whole episode is kind of slow.
Yeah.
Even their slowest episode, I still watched through and I was like, man, that was a really good episode.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with The Mandalorian, guys. Seriously, if you guys haven't seen episode 8 without spoiling everything for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I will spoil the Darksaber part, but I won't tell you everything else that happened.
Yeah. All I gotta say is you will have a new love for every character that they've introduced, and the one thing I will tell you is that they punch Baby Yoda. So
Okay, so
be prepared.
Without going into too much, those two guys on the speeder bikes, right? Tell me that you wouldn't watch a show with those 2 guys, right? Be like Reno 911 or Cops on Patrol or something. Just their adventures in the galaxy working for the Empire or what's left of the Empire. I would watch the shit out of that show. Because you know that's how some of the stormtroopers probably like, man, what are we doing out here? You know, like, did you hear that one guy? He's got one of those E-web cannons. I don't want to mess with that guy. Nah, let's go home.
Random, like they need to have a podcast. Random thoughts of the stormtrooper.
I would though. Like, and when you get to that episode, it's really funny. But they also kind of bit on the joke that stormtroopers can't shoot anything. Yeah. That was another thing that they got into.
Do the magic fingers.
Do the magic fingers, baby. Yeah. That should be the new meme, right? For Carl Weathers right there.
So,
but what really disappoints me about the new trilogy,
oh dude, I just got a meme, man,
is that the entire 8 episodes of The Mandalorian was better than the entire 3-hour movie saga, each trilogy movie. It was better overall. I feel like I enjoyed it more. But maybe it was because it was new.
No, I think it just made you think outside the box of lightsabers, but also like it's Star Wars in general, but like it gives you so much detail, but doesn't take away from the action.
God damn, it was everything that I wanted the movie Solo to be.
Yeah.
Like when they were describing what The Mandalorian was about, that's exactly how I pictured Solo.
Yeah.
And then Solo ended up not really being that, which I thought Solo was fine. I feel very indifferent on it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I thought the casting was pretty good, but it didn't hit that thing for me. Like, and there was no lightsabers, right? There was no Force users or anything, but I feel like The Mandalorian was everything that I wanted.
Yeah,
Solo
it was just a little slow.
I tell you, a show that I would watch is The Adventures of Chewie before he met up with Han Solo. I'd watch that, or The Adventures of Chewie after the Last Jedi or the Rise of Skywalker. I'd watch a whole show about Chewbacca.
Yeah. Well, because didn't we see in Han Solo Darth Maul?
Yeah.
At the end.
Which I think that they were building up for another movie or something, a spinoff, a sequel, something, because Darth Maul at some point becomes in charge of, I believe the clan is called the Red Sun. but I'm not. It's like a crime syndicate basically. But you see him at the very end of that. Whether that makes, I don't know if they continue to do anything with that. I don't know.
What's up, Des? Welcome to the podcast. That's Dez's first time.
What's going on? How is she on my thing?
How's she on your thing? She's probably watching it from mine.
Oh,
I shared it.
hello.
But
I was like, we're not friends. I don't think. Not that we couldn't be.
But
I know who she is.
yeah, a lot of people were mad when Baby Yoda got hit. But yes, to answer your question, Shocker, Vader did chop off Luke's hand.
Yeah, they have a very complicated family history. That's the other thing I was really surprised about was not one hand or arm got chopped off.
No. And this is kind of a question from Shocker from earlier about like the whole like why did Kylo have to disappear? In my opinion, from the movie, Kylo, when he got knocked down into that pit.
Black Sun Syndicate. Thank you.
Yeah,
I knew it was a sun.
So when Kylo got knocked down into the pit, I believe he died in a way. And he kind of came back as kind of how Luke in the movie became the Force Ghost. He was there basically trying to help Rey so she could win.
That's really only one of my biggest gripes with the entire like span of movies is that the inconsistency of when a Jedi dies.
Yeah.
Sometimes they disappear, sometimes they don't. If they all disappear, great. But I think Qui-Gon didn't disappear.
No. Qui-Gon didn't. No, Qui-Gon died.
Qui-Gon didn't disappear at all.
Yeah, because Liam said, I will find you and I will kill you, and he didn't win.
But I actually really liked... I appreciated Kylo's character arc more at the end of Rise of Skywalker than I did at the beginning, because he just seemed like, I don't know, like a whinier, more emo version of Luke. But
more whiny.
I liked him. He's actually a really good actor.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Driver, he's great.
He's been in a ton of movies. But it was funny when they took the Mandalorian's helmet off and he looked 40. You gotta think, Mandalorian has a tough job. He's been beat up. Like,
yeah.
Bounty hunters don't have it easy, guys.
No. I thought it was cool to see that side of it, though.
Yeah, and I love the actor because that's the Viper from Game of Thrones.
He's cool.
So
he's a cool guy.
If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, guys, let the whole build up from the Viper to the mountain fight in Game of Thrones. It's one of my favorite scenes.
That was like 4 seasons of really good TV, and then like the rest was just okay. It was okay. I was disappointed in the ending. I just thought it was kind of a letdown, but I think it's hard to. It wouldn't have mattered. They could have knocked it out of the park, and there'd be still some people that were like, "That was garbage."
It's the same way with The Walking Dead. There's no way to end The Walking Dead where people are actually happy.
Well, the comic book, I think there was a lot of fans upset with it, but then when you look at it, they were like, "Okay,
yeah,
like they're okay with it," because the comic book gets finally done.
I just can't believe that they're still doing that show. It's so bad. Like it's just gotten to the point where it's just so all over the place. Like
there's a lot of people that really like it.
Oh, I love it. Like I would love to get back into it.
I'm gonna wait until it's all done, and I think I'm gonna get and just rewatch all of it, because I don't like that waiting every week. It's hard. Like The Mandalorian made me realize that it's kind of nice to not have the entire season all at once, but like sometimes you're like, man, I kind of want to watch another episode of that.
Yeah, nothing's worse than like The Witcher. You go through like all like 8 episodes in like 2 days, and you're like, well, see you next year.
No, 2021. Yeah, so that's technically it's almost 2 years, yeah. But and how? Okay, let's change gears a little bit.
I haven't seen The Witcher.
Have you finished The Witcher
I haven't
yet?
Seen it.
So you don't know anything really about it.
Nope.
Okay, it's good.
I heard it's nothing. It's good.
Yeah. It's really good. You should watch it. I won't say anything more about it because you should watch it.
No spoilers here. No spoilers.
You know what it's about. I mean,
yeah, but. You can't go wrong with The Witcher. All right, got to readjust.
It was really good. So, all right, what else is going on in the world of us nerds? So, Pokemon. Let's talk about that for a minute, because that's another thing that the internet has just been bitching about all week.
A little bit of both, though. I've heard like, oh, I'm super excited for this, but I've also like, I'm kind of sad about it. So, I'll let you start off. I feel like because I started off on Star Wars.
I feel like I've been talking on for a minute. Okay. So Pokemon normally would have a video here. She just started The Witcher. You're gonna love it. It's awesome.
You're in for a treat.
It is awesome. So Pokemon. They announced DLC for Sword and Shield, and the internet lost their mind. They said there's all this like anti-hate messages and stuff about Game Freak and about how they lied and how they're locking all this stuff behind paywalls. I guess they didn't actually watch the trailers because the second that they heard that there was going to be DLC and season passes, they just didn't even want to listen to the rest of it.
Yeah.
So they're adding over 200 new Pokemon into the game. Some of them are old, most of them are old. There's a few new ones, some legendaries or whatever. And in the second DLC, they're going to give you guys the ability to capture all of the old legendaries in max raid battles. That sounds fun to me.
Yeah.
Even though I have most of them.
For
but
sure.
that sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the overall like stance on this, like DLC, it doesn't matter. It's pretty much in almost any game now where if it's not DLC, it's loot boxes, it's in-game items. I mean, think about like games like Fortnite, League of Legends, stuff like that.
Well, that's how they make their money.
Yeah,
like
I
games
mean,
like Fortnite and League of Legends. That's how they make their money. Because they don't charge you anything for the game.
For sure. If Fortnite did not sell skins or any in-game cosmetics, they would be out of business.
Yeah, because they can't just keep giving you stuff for nothing.
Yes.
At some point, they have to play capitalist and make some money so they can keep the lights on, so they can keep making more stuff that you can play.
Yeah, so I think people that are getting all upset about this paywall that you guys want to call it, you're getting 200 more Pokemon. Yes, does it suck that it wasn't on the game? Some people feel like, oh, well, you only gave us part of a game. No, they're giving you a little bit more story.
Their biggest gripe was that they said that the characters are already in the game.
Yeah.
And then they cut them so that they could add them back later as DLC.
Who cares?
Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. It doesn't matter. In the base game, like I said, I've put 75 hours in the base game. I don't feel like I got ripped off.
No.
The average person's going to put 30 or 40 in it just to get through the game, and that's if they don't do any of the weird side stuff or track down the legendary at the end. You're going to get 40 hours out of this, minimum.
Yeah, I think people are kind of going at it the wrong way. I think you will get your money out of this game. And like you kind of said in a text message, if I get 10 more hours of play, I'm going to be happy.
If I get 10 total more hours for another $30, plus all these other new characters, plus some new stuff.
Yeah. And you're going to get legendaries.
And it gives me a chance that, because they said they're going to keep doing updates.
Yeah.
So they're going to keep adding probably promotional guys like they've done with the Gigantamax series of like Snorlax and Butterfree and Lapras, I think, is going on right now. Yeah. I'm fine with that. I mean, they're giving you stuff for free. It's not all behind a paywall. And any of the old characters, if you want them, if you've already caught them in a previous game, you can transfer them to your new game and it doesn't cost you anything.
This one doesn't make sense to me. People would much rather they get the full game. So what the game we have now. Imagine if they never cut out the characters.
So Sword and Shield, full game.
Full game. They never cut. Well, they just never said anything about the characters. Whatever characters they have in it now, that's the characters that are going to be in that game.
Yep.
They much rather go drop another $60.
Yep.
On a 2.0 game, pretty much. Than you got to buy some DLC.
Because they got us like that before.
Yeah.
So you've got if you think back to the Black and White series.
Yep.
So they released a Black 2 and a White 2. They didn't release just one new version of the game. They released two new versions of the game. And there were some people that they buy both versions of the game. And now, granted, DS games are only about $35-$40.
Yeah.
But if you bought both, there's $80 for version 1 and another $80 for version 2. By the way, you have to start all the way over. You don't get to continue your game save progress. Yeah. They've done this, and they even said that in the live stream, that when they were streaming it, that they said that this is basically replacing the model of giving you that third version of the game. So instead of us giving you, now they didn't say this name, but like Pokemon Helmet or Pokemon Javelin or whatever, they're going to give you this content where before they would have wrapped it up, put a sticker on it and said $60, start all the way over, have fun again. Yeah. Or we can add some new stuff for $30. It's $30, guys.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you don't have enough gold coins saved up that you can't ship $5 or $10 off that? You're telling me you only bought one game all year?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, no. It comes down to just like people want to have something to gripe about. Like I said, there is reason to gripe, but at the same time,
gripe about the right things.
Yeah, at the same time, would you much rather have, we'll drop $5 today and you can have this legendary Pokemon? Like a loot box.
I won't lie, because I honestly felt like when they talked about the characters that they had cut, that they'd start selling Pokemon packs. No lie. Like, all right, here's 10 new Pokemon, $10. That's the only way you can get them, sorry. No home app, no nothing if you've already caught them.
Yeah.
And eventually, whether it's this version or another version, I guarantee you they will have the entire national dex. whether that takes time to program it, whether they want to go through and redo some of the animations for the next Pokemon game. But Jason's right. They absolutely did it with Sun and Moon. And with Ultra Sun and Moon, they gave you 2 new versions. Why? To squeeze out another $80 from people that want to buy both games.
Which you guys got to realize something. If this game, or even like the Nintendo brand, say Pokemon went to Xbox, Switch, PC, never went to, say it's exclusive from Nintendo, I promise you, loot boxes would be everywhere. Everywhere. Like,
if this was an EA game,
you'd
have
hosed.
probably had to pay for every character beyond like
if you want
starting 3.
No. If you wanted a starter, you had to pay $5.
So again, I'm not happy about it, because for me, I want to play with the new characters and the old characters just as much as anyone. I'm really hoping that Jigglypuff made it in this time. I'm sure there's some people who are like, man, I hope my favorite guy made it in this time, because with another 200, if most of those are old ones, then that means that they're only missing about a third of the originals.
Yeah.
And then you've got them all now. And I think that's great.
I think it's going to be good. I mean, here's my thing to anybody.
It's the story content that I'm excited about.
Look at games like Counter-Strike. Look at games like League, Fortnite, all that stuff. They don't repackage a new $60 game. They make the same game and they just update it. So I'd much rather buy one-stop shop, $60 flat game. It could have endless possibilities. Because that's the thing with updates now. They could add a whole nother game to it.
Whole new things. That's the beauty of it. There have been a lot of DLCs that I've bought that I was like, man, I feel like that was not worth my money that I gave them, the 25, 30, whatever it costs.
Yeah.
And then there have been some DLCs that I really enjoyed because I didn't feel like they cut it out of the game to sell it to me later. And a perfect example of that is Marvel Spider-Man. When Marvel Spider-Man came out, you got the entire packaged game. You got a whole complete story.
Yep.
And then when they did the DLC, it was a whole other story.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's cool, like, because I got to continue playing as the Spider-Man that I had leveled up.
All the suits you unlocked.
All the stuff I already got. And that's what you're going to be doing in Pokemon, which I think is good. It's better than, all right, we're going to sell you Pokemon Javelin, and now you got to start all the way over again.
Yep. So I think it's good. I really do. I think people are griping about it, but
I don't want to buy a third version of the game.
No, let the DLC come out, and seriously, I want to hear people's opinions after DLC.
If it was just them adding the old characters and saying, all right, we're going to slap this on here for $30, I'd be like, you guys are assholes.
Yeah.
But they're adding 2 new areas that are big open areas like the wild area. They're even supposedly bigger. And they're adding an entire new storyline for. They're giving you 2 new legendaries that are exclusive to each area.
Yep.
And they're going to have a storyline for them, much like they did with the. I can't say their names, but the Sword and Shield legendaries, where you have a storyline that you go through, and then you're going to get to catch them.
Yeah.
There's no hunting them down. You're going to get the opportunity to catch them.
Yeah.
So I hope you hung on to those Master Balls, because there's supposed to be a whole shitload of legendaries in the second drop. They're saying all the old ones: Palkia, Lugia, Mewtwo, I think even Mew, Groudon, Kyogre, they're all going to be in there. Jirachi, they're all in there. And you're going to get the opportunity to fight them in max raid battles.
Yep.
So if you've never caught any of them, or you didn't have any of the old games, or this is your first one, or you traded your thing away, you're going to get the opportunity to catch the old legendaries.
Yep.
And I guarantee you some of those guys will have Gigantamax forms, and it'll be sweet.
Yep.
So, yeah, 10 hours. I think that if they add about 10 hours of content between both, I won't feel ripped off at all.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think they're going at it the right way. I think people are just a little upset, and until we get further information / the actual DLC out, there's no real way to put a review on this right now.
No, my first gut instinct is do I think that it's maybe potentially a little sleazy? Maybe. It depends on how much of it feels like they cut it from the game. But if it doesn't feel like they've cut it from the game and it's actual new stuff, I'm going to feel less compelled to go, you guys are assholes, much like I did with the Spider-Man DLC and the Witcher DLC. Yep. Now, granted, the Witcher DLC is just leagues above any, like, it adds dozens of hours of content for a very small amount of money.
Yeah.
So there's some companies, I think, that do it right. And the company that makes that game, is it CD Projekt or CG something? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
So when Nintendo Switch cartridges come in a variety of different sizes. There's the 8 megabit, 16 megabit, and 32 megabit. Sorry, gigabytes. 32 gigabytes is like the big ones, but they cost more to make.
Jeez, that's small.
And most game companies won't splurge. They'll go for the 16 gig, and then if their game is 20 gigs, you have to download 4 gigs of data. So the people that did The Witcher, when they brought it to the Switch, and this is why I bought this version, why I support this company, and when Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, I'm going to buy the game day one, no questions asked. Even if the game is garbage, it's not going to matter because I feel like they deserve it.
Yeah.
They splurged for the 32 gig cartridges. They wanted the entire game to fit on one cartridge, so that way you didn't have to download anything other than just like updates.
Yep.
They didn't have to. They knew that it was going to cost them more money.
Yeah.
But they did it because they're like, you know what? We want to give you the version that we think instead of, okay, well, we'll give you the 16 gig card, and then you got to download 16 more gigs of data onto your Switch.
Yeah. And I was going to say, you can't go wrong. Like, some companies, like you said, do it right, but some companies don't. Some companies are just literally out there for the money grab, and they'll get it. So, you really can't go wrong. I don't even have any more things to say.
No,
besides talking in circles.
I want to see it. We're gonna see it. I'm excited. I understand some people's reason for being a little bit upset, but
be upset all you want.
It's
not gonna save you.
Guess what? It's still gonna happen.
Yeah.
So they're either gonna find another way to get more money out of you, either with DLC, or they're gonna just make a version 3 and you're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
That's just all there is to it.
All right.
They're like, well, we deserve all the Pokemon in the game. They don't owe you anything.
No.
They're giving you the game that they want to give you, and if you don't like it, don't buy it.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
And you're in the vocal minority because they sold a shitload of copies of Sword and Shield.
Yep. So, kind of transitioning off like podcast news. I just came up with an idea, and I want to give it to you and like have it out to the universe. That way, I can never forget about it. So I think what we should do for a podcast, because everybody's on this Stardew Valley kick, especially in my family.
You don't play.
I don't own it.
It's really good. You should
what I'm saying is, like, I've seen a ton of people play it. Like, I want to buy it. I just haven't bought it, and it's on sale right now. So anybody that has a Switch, guys, seriously, if you have a Switch, buy this game. It's $10 right now.
Is it on sale?
Yeah, it's on sale right now. $10.
$10
on the
Stardew Valley.
On the marketplace. Stardew Valley. It's like Minecraft on crack.
Our boy Abel has been playing it. He got it at Christmas time.
And
he's got 60, 70 hours in it already.
Yeah, so Stardew Valley.
Janice says, I love it.
So
I recommended it to her. I was like, you'll dig this game, and she's like, I don't know, and she downloaded it, and she's like, yep, that game's pretty cool.
Yep, Stardew Valley. What I'm thinking about, what we're gonna do is we're actually going to do a podcast with all of you guys, because I don't know how many people can you have in a game.
4
total.
total.
4 total. So what we might do, depending on how popular it is, we'll ask you guys. We'll set something up to where you guys can play with us, whether we're running 2 separate games, and we try to have like who has the coolest village, and
well, we might have to go longer than an hour and a half.
We might go a little longer.
We might go 2 hours a day, but
yeah. So we'll have like a little village thing.
I am down for anything like that. Anything that,
because we want to get you in the community involved just as much as we like just to hang out together.
And we like to play games, and we've been trying to build, and we're like, bro, you need to get this game. It's sweet.
Yeah. So
and he's right. It takes a while before your village gets cool.
But we can have like, we'll say a month. We'll do like a month little thing like here and there. It might not be on Sunday. It might just be like.
Well, it might be just one of the things we do on one of our own, like a stream.
That thing hasn't updated at all today, because you got numbers over here, I got numbers over here. It's all out of whack, and I keep hitting this stupid.
Yeah, Janice says she's in.
Yeah, so we'll get people. Don't worry, I ain't worried about it. So, but guys, seriously, this game is awesome. Pick it up if you have.
It's really good, and you know what? I wish that it had crossplay. I wish the people on PC could play with you.
They're never gonna be able to do it.
No, I think because they're just different.
But yeah, but at least you can play together.
But yeah, and you can. Here Kevin Goes cost me money again. That's accurate, but it's only $10. It's
on sale. We gave you a sale.
I accidentally talked you into buying that Dungeons and Dragons set, and that was $200, my friend.
Yeah, just bought it, bro. Dr. Bias.
Dr. Bias.
Man, Doctor coming in.
He comes in out of nowhere. I'm gonna start calling him
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, because just out of nowhere. By the way, I talked to him today, and he said he wants to know when we were doing our next hoodie giveaway, and I told him at the end of the month.
Yep. And we might do like celebratory. We might do one for like our 1 year. Like we'll have like random occasions. So
He's a lurker.
Yeah. All I got to say is you guys always crack us up because like you guys came out hot. You guys have been really active today. I just wanted to say that. So super appreciate it.
It's been good considering that.
Yeah.
We really had no idea what we were gonna do. We had like a couple of topics and
We can talk about anything, as you can see.
fortunately, it's things that we nerds can talk about, like Star Wars and Pokemon.
Yeah, but like you guys have been really active today, and even though we always joke and always say like, "Oh, you guys always come in like super late, like right when we're closing out," you guys still do that, but it's always awesome, especially if we've been active all day. Makes it hard to say goodbye.
It does. It makes it so hard.
But we'll get through it.
I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, but I was gonna say we'll be continuing like our normal schedules and stuff like that. He's gonna get a schedule up. I know we said that last week, but he's had some things come up, but it's all good. We're working through them. He powered through a little Fallen Order last night. He streamed for like 2 hours,
Almost 3.
almost 3 hours, and he only normally streams for like an hour.
No, that's not true. Most of my streams are like 2 hours. I'll go back and I'll let you watch some of the videos. They're like 2 hours. And the reason that they've been 2 hours is because I need to put 4 hours a week in. So I usually stream once a week for 2 hours each. But anyway, no, it was Jedi Fallen Order is hard,
Yeah.
and I'm not very good at it, but I have fun playing it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I might be on later today. Because I made this. I know that we had this little competition back in 18 where who could finish the most games, and now granted my pockets are much deeper than yours.
Yeah, I had to like pick old games that I already bought.
For stuff as far as like buying games and stuff.
Yeah.
We tied. For anyone that was curious, we tied. Although a couple of his picks were questionable at best, but we tied.
It counts.
It's fine.
100% counts.
So we tied. So last year I was looking at my stats, and it said according to my stats, I only finished 7 games.
Yeah.
7.
I was gonna say,
Out of all the games I have, I finished 7.
and as you can see, he's got way more than 7.
That's
behind
just
me.
Switch games.
That's just Switch games right there. Farming
Um,
Simulator.
That was like start to finish end story. But then I was like thinking in my head, like how many games have I started? And I'm like halfway further or more into the game. I'm like a bunch. Like if I just sat down and like spent a weekend playing some of those games, like I'm really far into the game. Heavy Rain, Resident Evil 2. I'm on the second half where you play as Jill. So that won't take that long to beat.
Yeah.
God of War. I know I'm 3/4 of the way through that game. I just need to sit down and finish it.
All I gotta say is Farming Simulator, do not joke about those games. Because there's a trucker simulator that almost made me go out and buy like a stick shift and like actually drive the truck around.
So I got Farming Simulator on
Oh my god.
Stadia.
I can't believe you actually.
No,
Oh, okay,
on
okay.
Stadia.
Okay.
It's part of the Pro
Oh, it's awesome.
service, and I still have 3 months free. By the way, Stadia is not bad. I never really gave my full review. There's just not enough stuff on there.
No, I demand if you have to do Farming Simulator, but wear like a straw hat, have like a piece of
If I
Piece of
had a
work.
straw hat, I would play Stardew Valley wearing a straw hat because that game that game gets me hyped up.
yeah. But you guys are awesome today, by the way, guys. So,
Yeah, see, it's okay. Janice says it was a good stream. Well, thank you. That is our hoodie winner.
yeah, that is our
which,
hoodie winner.
You ordered that.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Yes.
it'll be here soonish.
soonish. Whenever it comes in, we'll make sure it gets to you. So, but guys, seriously, I wanted to let you guys all know because I had some people actually talk to me about the hoodie giveaway and like how it all worked. How did we do it? We put names in. We go through streams. We put the names in. We are about as accurate as we can be with like active chatters, stuff like that. So we like after this stream, like people like Abel will get entries in. Janet,
Even Lurker Dr. Bias.
Lurker,
Because
Dr.
we know
Bias,
he's been there. He just hasn't said
share
anything.
people that shared, people that just tuned in for the first time. Like, don't worry, guys, we do not forget, and we always go back through and like kind of double check. That way, you guys.
Yeah, we spent like a good amount of time going back through all of the videos and like, all right,
Yeah.
who's in the channel, who's chatting,
Yeah,
and
we obviously we know you just by like actual.
just from like remember, like I'm surprised today. One True Villain hasn't showed up.
Yeah, One True Villain hasn't.
Lil Beastly hasn't showed up.
No, Ink guy shows
Ink,
up here.
he's
There.
every now and then. We've like if they had been here too, I don't even know what we'd do. We wouldn't even be able to keep up with all this.
No,
talking.
I would just flip the table up and just.
and be like, we quit. Podcast over. Going home.
Yeah, but Coach, do you want to play later? I'll be streaming later today. Tentatively, right now it's about 8:00 start time, but maybe scooting towards 9. I got some stuff to do. Few meetings with some of the mod teams. So
Okay, so Jay, I know you're talking about costing you money. So if you like sim games at all, and you buy Stardew Valley, and you don't like it, I will personally give you your $10 back. That is a money back guarantee that you just can't get anywhere. I've made this guarantee before with one other person, and the only reason that they have not made it through 100 hours of this game is because they don't have time to play, but they like it.
Yeah. Sean, we actually did something similar to that. We actually used a website to put in a list of names. So
we even put our names in it too, just to see if we had a chance of winning. And we clicked that button, I don't know, 1,000 times or something, just to see if it would even pick a person who only had one entry in or whatever. And it did.
Yep. So say you had 5 entries, you got your name put in 5 times.
5 times.
It was just like a raffle drawing. Unfortunately, with a wheel, since there's so many names, it's kind of hard. I'm telling you guys will love Stardew, but also with hoodie giveaways, we are legit about it. We do it the fairest way possible.
I think that they're adding multiplayer components into Animal Crossing and crafting for sure. By the way, when Animal Crossing comes out,
there probably won't be a podcast.
I may let you do the podcast by yourself. It'll just be me up here playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I cannot wait for Animal Crossing.
I'm so stoked that comes out month of my birthday. March is going to be a busy month for me because Final Fantasy 7 remaster, remake, whatever comes out on my birthday, and then they announced that new Pokemon game, Mystery Dungeon, that comes out on the 6th, and then it's not Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. I've got a lot of packing and stuff like that to do. Yeah, he's
got a really good excuse.
He's only has his Switch that's not packed.
Yeah,
that's it. So
that's I think he's packed up the PlayStation. He's packed up the PC. I think he's got everything packed up.
All I gotta say is
we did play some Arena last week though.
Yeah. All I gotta say is forget about Valentine's Day gifts. Save your money for March because it's gonna hurt your pockets.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to buy me in a presents, I wear a size Final Fantasy 7 remaster.
And I wear a Animal Crossing bear onesie.
Yeah.
If you can find the bear that what's his name, Mr. Nook, Nook,
Tom Nook.
Tom Nook. So if you can find that in a onesie, I'll wear it on stream.
I also will take late birthday presents in the form of. Well, no, I can't. I already pre-ordered Animal Crossing. That's how excited I pre-ordered it almost 2 years ago. When they first announced it, I pre-ordered it immediately.
There you go. Can't go wrong. But guys, we seriously do appreciate it. Kind of fast little recap for you guys because we are kind of running on time here. Recap. You got it.
Let's see. I wear a size Final Fantasy 7
remaster
for my birthday.
Yep.
Let's see. We talked about Star Wars, the new trilogy, Ring Fit Adventure. By the way, I really think I am going to do a giveaway. Yeah. Show them the ring thingy. That's the leg strap. That's a separate thing.
Okay.
It's like a complicated piece of machinery here. Yeah. So I actually think
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I can touch this together.
I think I am going to do some kind of a giveaway or something for.
If I break this on stream, would you be mad?
Well, no, because they said that you shouldn't be able to break it. Well, I mean, using it normally, you shouldn't be able to break it.
Okay, I feel like I'm putting.
If you twist it or something, yeah, it might break. I mean, I've been using it for 10 days and pushing it in, but
pulling it out.
Yeah. No, bro, my pull-out game's strong. All right,
I'm gonna shit my pants.
So he's like, oh,
okay, maybe you're stronger.
I am stronger than you. Jesus, I've been working out. The heaviest thing you lift is your ego.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So.
But anyway, I am thinking about giving one away. Probably for those two nerds. I think we might give one away. We might do that. In addition to the hoodie or something, because I really think that there's somebody out there either watching or that knows somebody that would really enjoy it.
Yep.
And my only stipulation is that if you win, you have to do it. You have to play. You have to do it.
Yeah, we don't need to see pictures
Nope,
of a weight loss transformation, nothing
Nope.
like that. We're not looking for that.
Nope.
But just your level that says you're going up. Oh yeah, you Spartan coming in. He's a big Chiefs fan, so from Kansas City Chiefs. Number 1 Legend of Runeterra, January 26th. Yeah, the open beta comes out this week for the card game for League of Legends.
Oh,
Legends
okay.
of Runeterra, and then
Pokemon Storage
on the 16th. Yeah.
You mean like Pokemon Bank?
Yeah.
Right. I thought that comes out in February.
I don't know.
Maybe they upped it. I had not heard.
Yep, but
That's sweet though.
But Abel coming in with my homies.
So yeah, Aaron, you can do it.
All right,
You want to try again?
One more try.
All right, one more try on the ring fit.
All right. Just gotta muster the strength.
Don't shit in your pants. Just
By the power of Grayskull. I have the power. Ah, I didn't bend so much. Okay, I got it. Okay, like snatch back. Dude, I don't believe you.
What?
I think this is fake.
Wait, you think it's fake?
Okay, like, are you like supposed to touch your hands together? Yeah, there. Like, there's no way you bend that.
You don't have to bend it all. You're not supposed to touch your hand. You're supposed to bend it
Okay.
within your ability. My ability just happens to be that far, and yours happens to be.
Like, I feel like I'm bending it way more than you.
Oh gosh.
Suddenly, little turtle head pops out. Yeah, yeah. I gotta go change my drawers.
I've actually even thought about streaming the game, but like not having the camera on it because no one wants to see me cry when I'm trying to do mountain climbers, which I'm almost not physically able to do. And then they're like, "Come on, you can do it 5 more." I'm like, "Fuck you! You do 5 more."
Yeah. Tupac did 9/11. Okay, put your thumbs around it. Put my thumbs around what? They're just out here.
Apparently Tupac did 9/11.
I don't know what to do with my
I don't know.
hands.
They're from YouTube. That's a
Oh wait, I thought that was Sean for a
no,
second.
that's
Like Sean's.
he's like usually our only YouTube viewer.
I was like,
so-
Sean, what are you talking about? Tupac did 9/11. Like, do you
I
have?
was like, hey, we like conspiracy theories just as much as the next guy. I've lost sleep over the whole Mandela effect. You know, I lost like a week of my life about that. But
Yeah.
man, that's a
But-
bold statement.
but
All right, so Ring Fit, Star Wars, we liked it overall.
Pokemon, DLC,
DLC,
bust or Be not busted.
We're not sure.
myth busted. Aaron can't do Ring Fit and push it together.
we need a gavel.
We do. We need we need a bigger table, more lights. We need more lights,
Yeah,
more
we
colorful lights.
Definitely. Month review? Well, it's only like January.
So month review, since we're mid peak.
Last week we played
Bomb Defuse game. It was just
Keep
keep talking,
Talking
and explode.
something like that.
So keep talking.
We
and
weren't very
Explode.
good at that.
Um,
And then we played Combat.
Combat, which you lost. Just saying.
I
Everybody
did,
doubted
but
me.
I'll get the
There you go. It is Skin O'Clock.
I'll get the rematch on that.
Yeah. So
Because we're gonna switch to Street Fighter, which I am better at than you.
yeah. So just because you might be better than me at something doesn't.
I mean, we can play Smash if you prefer.
I
'cause
say we-
you suck at that.
I say we just do Mortal Kombat real life.
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah. So. If we're in the Michael.
Yeah, he's on the over here.
I thought you were like Michael Kors.
No,
watch.
I got Ghostface Killer. There's Pennywise. Jason's down
But,
here.
yeah, we're gonna get more lights for you guys. Like more
Creatures of the
colorful
Black
lights.
Lagoon.
Look pretty. What I was saying was check the difference in hand posture on that muscle thing. Oh my god.
You probably would beat me in Smash because even though he sucks, I also suck. I just suck less than he does.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you go like this, and then you touch your knuckles.
Wait.
I'm gonna break this.
Watching Aaron do the ring fit, best part of the podcast right there.
I was gonna say, I think
That's going to be the highlight clip right there.
I think I'm gonna be like, I think that we can just do a whole. How many times can he put it together before he breaks
Well,
it?
then they got another thing on that too that they have a thing that's called offline mode where you can actually do reps on the ring fit either with like squeezing it or arm pulls or whatever, and it
Yeah.
keeps track of it and then gives you experience.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Looks like Aaron needs the win.
I did it for the content, guys. I totally can do it. Like I'm totally jacked and juicy.
Oh gosh.
How many times does it take to break that thing? I don't know. It might.
I have no idea. I can look at my stats. I know that I've probably done like the ring press over 400 times, and I've done the ring pull probably as many.
Maggie. Oh jeez.
She's not claiming you right now. She's like, and this is why we're going to the gym.
You want to see something real cool? This is what I can do. Ready?
You know,
Delicious.
the final 10 minutes of this has been as good as the entire show, I think.
That's what my girlfriend says in the bedroom. Ha 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 ha.
Giggity. I think maybe that's what we'll do next week is we're going to get him on Ring Fit because he needs to get some working on his arms.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. So. But, alright. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in. We're gonna close it on that.
All right,
one, 'cause
we're gonna close it.
I'm
on,
embarrassed.
We're gonna
I'm
close. We're gonna
embarrassed.
close
I
it
don't
on,
even want to talk anymore.
on a giggity. So
So-
since he's embarrassed, I am Nictus. This is Vera Coach.
And signing off for this week's episode of
Those two nerds. Those two nerds. We don't have a theme song yet.
We're gonna get one.
We're working on it.
Final 10 minutes is what my girlfriend says. Only lasts 4.
Wow.
You need at least 6 minutes of cleanup.
At least I like to clean in the belly button and stuff. You know, it just depends on where.
Okay, we're done. We're done.
Where you put it.
Podcast exit. Where's that? Podcast exit. Thank you guys all so much. Have a good
Have a good night.
Have a good rest of your day. See you next Sunday at 4. If I'm streaming, come watch me. But I'm much love to you guys. You guys are awesome. And thanks for tuning in this week. Oh no.
What'd you do?
I messed up.
You hit the commercial.
Oh.
You can air the commercial. That's fine.
Nope, we're not airing a commercial. Everybody gets the exit this week. Bye.
Exit only. He's like, get the camera off me. I quit. Next week it's gonna be that nerd. The other guy quit.
All right.